Dear students, in this module, we'll be continuing with Chapter 4 Reproductive Health, talking about contraceptive methods. The properties of an ideal contraceptive is that they should be user friendly, easily available, effective, reversible. It should have no or least side effects. It should not interfere with the sexual desire. It should be very easily available. So these are the underlined properties of an ideal contraceptive. Talking about the contraceptive methods which can be used so as to prevent pregnancy are the natural or the traditional methods. It could be the barriers, intrauterine devices could be used, oral contraceptives, that is pills or medicines, injectables could be used to prevent conception, and last but not the least, the sterilization or the surgical method could be used so as to prevent pregnancy. Firstly, talking about the natural or the traditional method, so as to avoid the chance of the sperm and the ovum, that is the male and female gamete, to undergo mating or copulation. Types of natural method include periodic abstinence, coitus interruptus, and lactational amenorrhea. Now we'll deal with what is meant by periodic abstinence. So, firstly, the natural or the traditional method, which involves avoiding coitus from day 1, day 10 to 17th of the menstrual cycle, which is referred to as basically the fertile period. So, fertile period, it lasts from 10 to 17th day. Coitus interruptus, it involves the withdrawal, that means the withdrawal of the penis from the vagina just before the ejaculation. Lactational amenorrhea, that refers to the absence of menstruation in the lactating female, wherein the level of prolactin hormone is very high. So there could be a chance that during when she's breastfeeding the child, the female may not be able to will not be able to conceive. It is effective up to 6 months, but chances of failure of natural methods are very high. Secondly, we'll be discussing about the barriers. Now the barriers, they prevent the physical meeting of the sperm and the egg, that is the male and the female gamete. The barriers could be diaphragm, cervical caps, walls, condoms could be used. Talking about the barriers, they are basically made up of rubber or latex sheet, and they'll cover the penis and prevent the landing of the sperm onto the vagina, or they could also be used to cover the vagina or the cervical region, so the landing of the sperm could be prevented. They are used before coitus, and they prevent the entry of the semen into the female reproductive tract. Talking about the next preventive method, the barriers, they are the diaphragm, cervical caps, and the wards could be used. They are basically used so as to ensure protection from sexually transmitted diseases. AIDS, they are easily available. They can be easily disposed. They are self-inserted. So therefore, barriers, they've got the least side effects, and that is why they are the most popular method of contraception. Now, the diaphragm, cervical caps, and walls, they are made up of rubber. They are inserted into the female reproductive tract, and they cover the cervical region, the area from where the sperm will enter into the vagina and then move through the cervical canal. They block the entry of the sperm through the cervix region. They are reusable. Spermicidal creams, jellies, and foams could be used along with these barriers to increase their contraceptive efficiency. So the barriers could be diaphragm, cervical caps, or walls could be used so as to prevent the pregnancy. The next contraceptive method, there is the intrauterine devices. These are inserted by doctors or nurses in the uterus through the vaginal port, through the vagina. When we talk about the intrauterine devices, they increase phagocytosis of the sperm that involves the process of engulfment. The three different types of intrauterine devices include the non-medicated IUDs, the copper-releasing IUDs, and the hormone-releasing IUDs. Talking about the first one, there is the non-medicated IUDs. Example, lips loop. They retard the sperm motility. They also have spermicidal effect. They have got the string that can be pulled out so as to remove the IUDs. The second commonly used types of IUDs are the copper releasing IUDs. The copper releasing IUDs, the example include copper T, copper 7, multilode 375. They release copper ions and suppress the sperm motility and the fertilizing capacity of the sperm. They have also the string which is present at the base. Talking about the types of hormone releasing IUDs, that is, they make the uterus unsuitable for implantation and cervix hostile for these sperms. They include progestasert, LNG20. They basically comprise of an LNG reservoir, vertical stem and the membrane. IUDs are the most ideal contraceptives for those female who want the spacing between their children. Fourth are the oral contraceptives, the pills or the medicines which are taken so as to prevent pregnancy. Oral administration of progesterones or progestogen estrogen combination in the form of tablets or pills could be used as a method of contraception. They are taken daily for 21 days, starting from the first 5 days and after a gap of 7 days, that is during the time period during which the menstruation occur. And then the same pattern of has to be followed so as to avoid pregnancy or conception. So oral contraceptives, they inhibit ovulation, implantation, they thicken the cervical mucus so as to prevent the entry of the sperm. But then because they are effective, they've got less side effects, but then they also may lead to hormonal imbalances because they alter the level of estrogen and progesterone. Talking about the oral contraceptives, that is Saheli. It's a new oral contraceptive that was developed for females by the Central Drug Research Institute, that is CDRI, situated in Lucknow. Talking about Saheli, why it's that popular? It is because it contains a non-steroidal preparation. It can be taken once a week pill. It has got very few side effects and high contraceptive value. Talking about the other contraceptive method, that is the injectables. Now these are the implant, as can be seen in the diagrammatic representation. It is placed underneath the skin of the arm. Progestogens or as estrogen combination are used by females as injections or implants under the skin. The mode of action is similar to that of pills, but they are effective. Period is much longer. So in this module, we had carried a discussion on the injectables, and they need to be, administration needs to be done within 72 hours of coitus. Hopefully, you must have understood the concepts thoroughly. Thank you.